knots. Number two, red snapper on the troll.
When it comes to these red snapper, these people have lost their minds if they think we're at least listening to anything they say and believing anything that comes from their mouth. You have the right to remain silent, and I'm going to tell you right now, anything you say can and will be used against you, I promise. These people, they're taking the information, they're sending out surveys, they're getting more information. Oh, look at all over. You send in, we're catching so many red snapper, there's too many red snapper. Oh no, we're catching too many red snapper and the mortality rates and blah, blah, blah. And oh, we're going to have to make a closure so less get caught. Then you send in a paperwork and go, oh, well, I'm not going to play your games anymore. Oh, we didn't catch any red snapper. Oh no, there's not enough red snapper. Nobody seems to be catching any. So you have the right to remain silent. Use it before they use it against you. Don't help these people out. That's what your tax dollars do. Your tax dollars are paying for these people. You're already helping them out. Can you be wrong all the time at work and still have a job? Oh, you're helping them out. I promise. They want to take 3 months. They want to take 3 months away from fishing. That's a quarter of a year. How about my boy Mike? He's got a charter right there out of Port Orange. I got a question. If they're closing down his job for 3 months, are they paying his boat payment for 3 months? Are they going to write him a check for 3 months? Are they going to cut his fishing license, commercial fishing license down 25%? Because 3 months is 25% of the year. I want to know. And these hotels, not everybody that stays in the hotels, not everybody, they don't all go fishing. So what are they going to give them, like an extra 10%? Well, just throw more money at it? Let me tell you something. These fish, they don't care how much money you got. They don't care how much money you're throwing at them. They don't eat money. They eat each other. And when there's one too many, or too many of one species, they're going to eliminate other species. I'll show you that right up here, where we have a record abundance of red snapper, and have for years now. And then I'm going to switch it. Sorry, AJ, this was going right over your head too. Look at the grouper stuff right here, and the black sea bass. Just let's see. We're going to start closing down red snapper in 2010. All right, great. Let's protect the red snapper. We're doing a great job. We're protecting this red. Hey, wait a minute. Where's all the babies? Where's all the babies on the grouper stuff? You know, the ones that spawn in the winter when the snapper, they spawn in the summer. Well, but what's going on? Because we don't have any issues with the mangrove snapper and the vermilion snapper and the red snapper and, you know, these other fish that spawn in the summertime. Well, none of those have a low recruitment. Let's just call them babies. Why you say recruitment? What is this, the Army? Come on, man. Talk in normal people terms. We're dumb fishermen. We may be dumb, but we know what we see right out there in the ocean. I say out there. It's about 40 miles that way. But we know what we see out there. These people are crazy. Don't ever pay attention to them. I'm going to start posting right over AJ's head all the people that are in charge of all this. The people you need to contact and their contact numbers, and y'all need to wear them out. This proposal only goes from Canaveral to the Florida-Georgia line. They know good and well if they'd have closed the whole thing all at once, there would have been a terrible uproar. Well, right now they only have to deal with about a fifth of the people. But guess what? I promise, if you're not in my zone, they're coming for you, either next or next, because this is how they always do it. They move that line just a wee little bit, just a wee little bit, just a wee little bit. So we moan and groan and complain, but we don't stand up against them in force, in total numbers. Speaking of which, the proposal, you need to go on there and make comments. You need to take the time right now. I'm going to post that. You need to go on there and you need to make comments about how ridiculous this is. Because if you don't, they don't care. And then starting next year, December, January, and February, you'll have all the time in the world to moan and groan and complain to your friends, even though you didn't go say anything. Because I can tell you, I just looked it up this morning. This has been out for over a month, and there's only 118 comments. 118 comments. I have personally fished on private boats with more people than that out of Ponce Inlet alone. Every one of them complaining about these red snapper. Y'all better get serious, because they are. They're coming for you. They want to make it. They want to make it to where it is not worth you going out to go fishing and just bite at the store. Think I'm wrong? Look at it. You can go buy red snapper right now.
What do you think that is? Hold on a second. They can tax it when you buy it.
They can tax it when you buy it. Oh, and gee, I don't know. Maybe the commercial red snapper companies, I don't know, maybe they have some lobbyists gotten together and paying people off. Because I'm going to tell you right now, one of two things is happening. One of two. There can't be more. They have this so screwed up out here. Either they are the most ignorant people you've ever come across in your life, or there's a hidden agenda. They are not just trying to protect fish, I can promise you. Because if they were, they'd be doing a way better job than screwing it all up. It is absolutely ridiculous. You can go buy red snapper. Well, guess what? That's a different red snapper. That's from the Gulf. Really? How about those tags where they tagged it out of Daytona and caught that thing in the Gulf? No, I don't think so. Y'all better get serious. I'm telling you right now. There's a few things they need to do. And I don't even know, AJ, did I even tell you about this one? Here's one for you guys. You ready? Kid you not. They just stopped the flow of $37 million. Your money, my money, your money, our money. $37 million, I'm sorry, $1 million with an M. That was going to go to the WHO, the World Health Organization. And they also stopped $50 million, with an M, $50 million from leaving our dollars. Ready? Condoms to Gaza. $50 million. Now you're telling me that we're worried about safe sex in Gaza? I thought we were worried about our fishery. Couldn't we do an artificial reef? Couldn't we build a really nice artificial reef from 70 foot of water to 150 foot of water or whatever? Any of y'all NOAA biologists, any marine biologists, please leave a comment. Let me know. How far out do you feel, with your expertise on red snapper, how far out should it go? I say no more than 70 feet toward shore. You know, at least 70 feet deep. Do a 10-foot relief. Do some big stacks. Do some little places. And do some big stacks and some little places. And then set yourselves up some cameras. And that's a complete no fishing zone. Put it right on ground zero. Ground zero. According to NOAA. Ground zero. The 2900 line. 29 degrees latitude. Make that a no fishing zone. Quarter mile south of it, quarter mile north of it. How hard would that be? No fishing zone, research vessels only. No fishing, no diving, no nothing. And then they have a virgin ground. You have plenty of structure on the bigger areas for the fish to live. And then on the smaller, thinner areas, have your cameras set up so that you can watch all the comings and goings, have completely virgin ground to research. And then compare it to stuff that isn't. How about an actual bit of research for a change? Listen, y'all just hang around. All y'all marine biologists, you hang around, I'll do your job for you and you can get paid to do it. This is ridiculous. You people have lost your minds. We don't believe you, ever, again. Endangered red snapper. Yeah, whatever. That's a 5-finger circle jerk if I've ever seen one. endangered. Are you kidding me? You can't catch anything out there anymore but freaking red snapper. They're more aggressive than the other snapper. They are still there. But they're eating all the groupers. Where's all the groupers? Where's the black sea bass? Oh, that's right, 2010. All the recruitment started going downhill with their little jagged peaking and downhill, all the way to now. Clue? I don't know. Is it climate change? Like literally. South Atlantic Council, really? Is it climate change? How about environment change? How about you just screwed up the environment? You made a complete imbalance of everything. And speaking of all y'all South Atlantic Council people, how about this? Your mission statements. Oh, it's an honor to be on the board. Oh, it's a privilege to be on the board. No, wrong. It's a huge responsibility. Maybe get your mind right and none of this would be going on. It's not an honor or a privilege. It is only responsibility. I'm telling you that we've had enough, people. The answer is no. Absolutely not. No. You guys, every time you raise your hand in a vote, whether the vote is yay or nay, you're affecting millions of people. That's an honor? That's a privilege? No. That's a scary responsibility. Get your mindset right. Enough's enough. And by the way, anybody sees this that knows Mr. Chris Kimry, this guy, anybody that knows him, tell him he ought to come over here and watch this. Talking down to me about, oh, don't just believe what your buddies say, hearsay. Well, here you go. Here's all your charts. It ain't hearsay no more, is it? You got anything else to say talking down to me? I don't think so. You guys have lost your minds. I can promise you. That's what I have for right now. But I'm going to look at the rest of my stuff and see what else I need to turn this video back on and continue with.
Well, real quick, how about, you said it started in 2010. How long was that projected to be?
Started off 20 years and then it went to 34.
So it would have been 2044.
It's supposed to be the 2044.
And in, let's just say, let's call it last year. In 14 years, we've got a record number again.
Record number, yes, the record abundance of fish. Now that's not the aged fish. The problem is they're looking for the aged fish. Well, they give us 1 day a year to go catch a fish, and they don't put a size limit on it. I guarantee you, if I'm going out there for one fish per person, I'm not going to go catch and keep and be happy with a little 2-year-old fish. I'm going to go get a 20 or 30-year-old fish, 15, 20, 30-year-old fish that's as gigantic as it can be, so that meat will last me a couple meals instead of one.
Grande.
Yeah. You got 34 2-year-old fish equaling the egg production of one 10-year-old fish. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Yeah, let's let them keep the big ones. Way to go, FWC. 20 inches or greater if you can catch them in state waters. Perfect. Awesome. Let's get rid of those breeders. You know, redfish, black drum, snook, trout. All got a slot. Right? Oh, now that would make too much sense. We don't like making sense. We work for the government, and we're here to help you. We're here for you.
Who was it that said that should be the worst
Ronald
words?
Reagan.
Say it. If
Ronald Reagan. We got somebody walking by looking at us. We're sitting here doing some video, and come on by. I'm going off on these government people about all the stupid red snapper stuff. You have a good day, though. You're not a NOAA marine biologist, are you? Perfect. All right. That's good news. Anyway, I'm going to have to edit that out of mine, I reckon. But anyway, where was I about all these stupid red snapper? Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, they're going on and on about, you know, all this egg production and all this and that. And well, we've got a record abundance of fish. Oh, look, but you see the different colors on the scale over here. I'll put it back up here. Record number. Oh, they don't have the aged fish. Okay, well, I can get that because, you know, every year the fish get 1 year older. No problem. Let's protect the older fish. Open it up so we can get rid of all the little stupid ones. We'll get rid of those. We'll thin out the herd. We'll make it to where there's actually something for the big ones to forage for. The little fish, they're busy growing. Has anybody out here ever raised a preteen and then teenager and then adult, been around adults? Who eats the most? That would be about them teenagers where they're growing up and turning into women and men, right? Well, what do you think? What do you think the fishing world's like? Same thing. Same thing. Them little ones, they got to grow. Well, they got to burn energy to catch fish and eat them. Well, then they got to eat more so they can grow too. And it's just a vicious cycle. And there goes their grouper. Well, there goes the black sea bass. Anybody ever swim around black sea bass or catch black sea bass? They aren't exactly super fast fish. That red snapper has a whole lot of more power than that pretty black sea bass. And guess what? I don't know if any of you guys have ever eaten black sea bass, but they're delicious. And I'll guarantee the red snapper thinks so too. So how about we pull our heads out of where they're not supposed to be from each other and start realizing really what's going on. Either very, very dumb or a very, very hidden agenda. It can't be anything else at this point. It just can't. There's no way possible that it could be anything else.
Well,
What do you think that
we just had a double up.
What do you think that was that you just lost, AJ?
Oh, that's definitely a
You got
wahoo.
one shot.
That's a
It
big
was definitely
fish.
a wahoo.
Good size. Either a king or a wall. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. Let's
Or a
get the
big
gaff out.
dolphin.
We'll get the gaff out. We'll try it out.
It's a monster red snapper.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way. No way.
Monster red snapper.
It
on the
damn sure
troll.
is.
Monster red snapper on the troll.
This right here is exactly what we need to show the people at NOAA and the SAFMC. That's 2 people, 2 reports of this.
Red snapper on the troll. Well, Steven just caught his biggest red snapper ever.
You gotta be kidding me. You'll see this thing coming in. A red snapper on the troll. Good. Hoist her on in.
Yeah.
Well, Steven, first red snapper? Is that your first? First red snapper. Well,
Tough on the beat.
nice little guy right there.
Put a measure on that puppy.
Let's see. Hey, grab that measuring tape up there. That cloth tape right here on the front of the windshield. On top of the console. Oh my God!
Pretty in pink, baby.
Pretty in pink.
Yours was not a red snapper.
No, mine was not a red snapper.
What are you
What
doing?
are you doing? What are you doing?
I hit
Here,
it when I
stretch it. Stretch it along and we'll
2100.
let's see. Don't be so scared of it.
Be scared of that one.
No.
I mean, he's got teeth, but he ain't.
30 inches. 30 inches. Well,
30-inch red snapper
well,
on the troll, people. On the troll.
why do you think that is, Blake?
Because there's none out here. They're overfished.
Yeah, overpopulated, and they're looking for any little thing that they can have to eat.
I didn't mean to.
This is getting ridiculous with the red snapper. All right, well, we'll get him unhooked.
Goes.
And back into the water he goes.